Hey guys, welcome back to the Snapper Chronicles. We're coming back at you with another Ratchet video. Here we have a Wright, and this one happens to be the Venerable 3400 Wright, or 3400 Wright. I kind of have a love and hate relationship with Wright ratchets, and we'll jump into that in a second. But before all that, I'm trying to get more subscribers. Yeah, again, me begging for subscribers. Give me the HBO special. Help a brother out special. Help a brother out and subscribe and like this video. Okay, like I said, we have the Wright here, and this is the one with the plastic handle that kind of was pretty popular. They made ratchets for other brands and other retailers by different names, and you can tell that they were right by this handle here, which is kind of called a Tootsie Roll handle for obvious reasons. It looks like a Tootsie Roll. It's made out of a hard plastic. Decent material, I'm gonna say, because the date code here says K is 1970, so this is almost or about 54 years old, and the handle plastic is still in very nice shape. I don't see any real cracks or pieces missing or falling apart, so they did use a decent material for the handle, and these are pretty comfortable. I mean, it's not a soft plastic, but I guess it's a little bit softer than if it was just metal. Here, and here's USA, made in USA, and a patent number D199149. Kind of pretty easy to remember. Okay, let's open this up, and so I can show you why I'm not always thrilled with these. And I have to shout them out though. They are still making tools and ratchets and stuff in the USA, which like 95% or 99% of their contemporaries from 1970 are no longer made. Other companies that were making tools in the USA are no longer here, so Wright continues to make tools in the USA, so that's always good to know and hear. Here's a look at the head. This is a basic round head ratchet. Has one pawl. The pawl is the 3-tooth variety, the pawl, swinging pawl, a la SK. Here are the teeth, maybe somewhere in the 40s, the tooth count on this one. Not super coarse, but I wouldn't consider it fine tooth. Yeah, maybe like 45 teeth on this one. Could be wrong, but just from a quick glance, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, to take this apart, what I usually do is, hold on, let me grab a magnet. Yeah, I know, I'm always unprepared for these things. So what I like to do is just press down the side of the pawl that's sticking up, like this one. So kind of compress the plunger and spring, and now I'm able to get something, my fingernails underneath there, and pull it out a little bit. You don't want to pull it out all the way, because it's going to want to snap. That plunger is going to want to jump somewhere. So what I do is I basically cover the thing, the circumference here, with my fingers, and just pull it slowly until it pops out. And here's what the switch looks like. And here's one of my problems with this ratchet. They bore the hole for the plunger, they bore it all the way through. So you see the spring peeking out underneath there. Here's the plunger and spring, hollow plunger with the spring inside. The tip is kind of pointy, more so than a lot of these type of ratchets, which are usually rounded or dome shaped. Yeah, here's one of the problems is this. They bore it all the way through, so it doesn't sit in there, and this makes it difficult to get back in, because usually on other ratchets they don't bore it all the way through. Just put your spring and plunger there and it'll sit there, and when you put it in, all you have to do is mash the plunger in to get it in. Here you're going to have to mash the bottom and the top to get it in. Okay, another problem that I have with these ratchets is that's it. You can't go any further than that. This pawl cannot be taken out. Why it can't be taken out? Because this pin has been fitted in or mashed in. It was, I guess, oversized or what have you, and they just pressed it in. So this is a pressed pin. Do not try to take this out. Do not think you're going to be able to take that out. You're going to spend hours and knock your head against the wall trying to figure out if it's just maybe some oil or something keeping it from coming out, or if it's just needs a little bit of tapping or this, that, and the other to get it out. You will be frustrated as let me not say the word, but you will be frustrated. And ask me how I know, because I just know these do not come out. And it might look like it could come out, but it's pressed in there pretty good, and you won't be able to budge it at all. So don't waste your time trying to mess with this and getting that pawl or pin out. So this is as far as it goes with these ratchets. And yeah, those are my two gripes with this ratchet. For some reason they pressed that in there instead of just getting a pin and just putting it in, because the switch will keep the pin from falling out because it covers the pin. So I don't know why they would press it in, hoping that it would stay in there, because now it stays in there and you can't repair it. If anything breaks on this, you can't pull the pin out and repair or replace the pawl. You would have to just get a new ratchet body to get it back working again, which is kind of a shame and a waste. Okay, another thing here is that the switch has a little, which this is a good feature, it has a little protrusion here at the end, and that's to keep it. I guess this is the way it should go in, actually, with that little space at the bottom going towards the bottom there. If you can see that space has a little space at the bottom of this side here. So when you put it in with the pawl facing up, it goes like that. That it keeps the switch from it keeps the plunger from banging into the sides. Usually a lot of times it's the plunger that keeps it keeps the switch from going too far over. But what happens is the plunger gets damaged. There'll be grooves in the side of it, and then eventually those the grooves will get so deep that they'll get stuck to the edge or the side in there that's cutting into them, and it won't fully deploy, and you're gonna get a sluggish ratchet. But okay, let's try to put this back together. And this is where the problems begin, is that when you try to put this back together, a lot of times if you're not careful, you're gonna kink the spring, because it's gonna get caught in there, kinda in a weird way, where it's gonna kink one of the folds there. And that's not the, you of course you want to avoid that, because it's gonna like give you problems, and it's gonna feel weird when you're ratcheting. Okay, let me grab this set of pliers and see how difficult or easy this is. Sometimes I put the edge of the spring on the edge of the hole there, and give you a little foothold there. But when you press that in, a lot of times it's gonna still want to come out, and you might still get kinked, that spring. So what I do, I take something like this, Harbor Freight, forgot what they call this. This one, kind of a flat needle nose, but it's pretty good. I think it costs, I don't know, like $6 or something, but it works pretty good. And you get the bottom under that spring, and the top pressing the plunger, and you get like that, and there you go. And you test it out, see if it's switching. And yep, it's switching. There's your ball detent. Ball detent looks decent, well positioned. And now you put this back in. There's a groove on this side where it's the writing, and this is where the switch faces out. Press that in. Then you take your coil ring and you find the opening for it here, and you open it up a little bit to get it around the edge, and you just squeeze the edge around, clicks in. Now you can see it. It's ratcheting. It's ratcheting. So yeah, there we go with the classic Wright 3400 ratchet. Decent ratchet, decent quality. Kind of a soft handle, but also good quality materials here, because I've seen a lot of these, and a lot of them seem to be in okay shape. If you took care of them, they didn't fall apart, they didn't crack, they seem still functional. And yeah, just those minor problems I was talking about, that are just my pet peeves of how they put this together, and the problems that these have with being taken apart. Okay guys, until next time.